So here we go. We're going to be going over this module 1, getting acquainted with social media. So the first thing that might be on some of your minds is, why do I really want to do social marketing? Maybe social marketing scares you. Maybe it's something that you think is a waste of time, which in some cases it is. If you're not doing it right, and if you're spending too much time on it especially. But why do social marketing? Well, one, you can get clients possibly, if you do it correctly, directly from your social media websites. In other words, people can come to some of your Facebook pages, your YouTube videos, your Tumblr pages, your Pinterest pages, and potentially, possibly, even call you directly from those sites, or go to that site and maybe click on your link to your website and go to your website and call you. So you can actually get jobs and cleaning clients directly from your social media websites. How do I know? Well, it happens to me all the time. Okay, and for both my carpet cleaning business and my Hitman advertising business, happens all the time. And again, it's not just by throwing just garbage up there, it's by throwing the right kind of good stuff up there. And a secondary benefit, and possibly for some of you a bigger benefit. Now, some of you are more excited about the prospect of number 1 than number 2. Probably more of you are excited about the prospect of the second reason than the first reason. But the second reason is your website will rank higher in Google when you use social media correctly. Okay? And some of you are only interested in this for that sake. But let me still tell you, don't be only interested in number 2. You need to be interested in number 1 just as much, because if you're not going to do number 1 correctly. You're not going to really have your stuff geared toward getting clients, and then your site's not going to rank as well because the engagement isn't there. So you need to be equally as interested in both getting clients directly from your social media sites. In other words, not just putting up garbage, but putting up good quality stuff. And again, it doesn't mean some of you already, because from some of the stuff we've talked about in the past, some of you already even email me and ask me, well, does this mean I have to write a bunch of articles and things like that? Not really. Not really anymore. Might you have to write some or hire somebody to get a few of them done? Yes. For not much money, by the way. I can show you ways to get this done for as little as $5, but for not much money at all, you can get this done. But keep in mind, though, you need to be centered really on, and not just thinking you're doing it just to get higher ranking, because if you do that, you're not going to set your social media projects up properly. So it needs to be to where somebody could go to that social media site and get a client. Now, keep in mind, you might put a few of them up that aren't so well thought out, but most of them should be, just to let you know that. But when you do it right, you'll get ranked higher in Google. So why does your website, and how does this end up happening? Why does your website rank higher when you do social media marketing? Well, first, you're going to prove to Google that your site has value. When you have a Google+, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, or other social media site mentioning your website many times by other people that are part of Facebook and all these other places, it gives more credibility to your website. Google actually thinks that your site has more credibility. They actually know, when they keep track of how many people are liking your site or are mentioning your site or any of that type of stuff. As well, keep in mind, number 2, it's not just about links anymore. And that's not really the subject. Used to, when I taught a course on SEO, years ago, the thing was, it's really just all about links. And that was the main thing that we talked about. Talked a little bit about social media, but it was mostly social media for getting some links, and that's about it. But it's not just about the links. Google may still pay attention to the links, but the social aspect is just as important, if not more important. In fact, if you do a campaign where you have too many links, it can hurt your ranking. And that's something that I've talked about for at least the last year, where if you go, and you might have seen some things where you can buy 1,000, 2,000, 10,000, 20,000, whatever links coming to your website, that's actually not good. That's going to hurt you. But same thing too, if you just go put up a lot of really bad social media websites, that can actually hurt your ranking. So keep that in mind. That's something to think about. But 3, traffic to your website is another reason that your website can actually rank higher. When you actually get traffic coming to your website from some of the social media stuff that you're doing, the traffic is going to be seen by Google, and Google will know that people are actually seeing your site's got value to it because people are visiting your website. Very important stuff, and that's really how your site's going to rank higher, these 3 things. Now, talking about some ways, and this isn't an all-inclusive list, but some ways that people are getting cleaning clients directly from social media. So what are some of those ways? Because is it possible you can get clients from Facebook or even Twitter or LinkedIn or Tumblr or Instagram or Pinterest? Yeah, it is. And how are some of these ways? What kind of things can be done and how are some of these possible? Well, one of the things, like I already said, that we're going to talk about is contests. You can use contests to boost your subscribers and create a buzz about your company. And when you do that, I've done this before successfully in my own business. What happens is you not only get the buzz about your company and the sort of boost in Google ranking because of that and the recognition from Google because people are buzzing about you on social media, but then you also get leads added to your email list. And especially through some of the contest software that we're going to be talking about in a couple weeks, that's the kind of stuff that's going to, now you've got leads from the people that were interested enough in cleaning to be able to sign up for your contest. We did a contest for a free whole house of carpet cleaning, that did really, really well for us. Another thing is when you do this, how this is going to benefit you and how you're going to actually get clients directly from your social media is the social proof aspect. So in other words, somebody doesn't know who to call for carpet cleaning, and they somehow come across through search engines or through looking on Facebook, looking on Google+, looking somewhere, your social media profiles coming up. Well, if they see other people talking about you, if they see other people mentioning you, if they see other people even kind of giving you sort of testimonials, which can happen too on Facebook pages and other pages, you're getting social proof that you are a good company. And basically, if they don't know who else to call and they see other people saying good things about you, or even the fact that they're connected with you, even if they're not really saying any good things about you, then they're going to have a lot more possibility of them hiring you. Now, if they come to your Facebook page and you got like 5 subscribers or 5 likes, they're kind of like, but if, maybe I shouldn't hire these guys. Nobody likes them. But if they come to your Facebook page and you've got 300 or 400 likes or 1,000 likes, then they go, wow, well, these guys must have some, if this many people like them, wow, these guys have got something going on. So, social proof. Special offers. You can have special offers and mention them on your Facebook page, on your Twitter. Twitter's got a thing right now that we're in the middle of testing for my own business, Twitter coupons. And we're going to be talking about that. Facebook, you can have all kinds of special offers on Facebook. You can do special offers on Twitter, and even too just have different special offers that you have on Tumblr, Squidoo, Hub Pages, any of the other social media sites that we're going to be talking about. Whenever you do social media well, you are actually positioned better, and I've kind of alluded to that a little bit with the social proof. But basically, consider that when a prospect sees your YouTube video, your Facebook page, or other social media, and you've got anything decent at all there, you're positioning yourself in a way better position than the competition, okay? Because now they're not just seeing your website, they're seeing sort of the socialness part of your company, okay? Again, just seeing your website, they don't know how many people are connected to you. They get on your Facebook page and they see that you've got several hundred followers. Well, now, wow, these guys must have some good that they're doing somewhere in the community. They see your YouTube video and they see a smiling face of you just standing there doing nothing but talking about how you normally clean carpet, or talking about your guarantee, or talking about how you do background checks for your employees. The fact that they're just standing there, seeing you stand there and talk, makes them better connected to you. Okay, and then too, if they look down and they see that you've got several hundred views on your YouTube video, again, that's better connection and better social proof and better easement on their behalf that other people enjoy what it is that you're doing. So if you do social media well, that alone positions yourself better than even just a regular website does. Social media profiles can actually, like we talked about, rank in the searches. So sometimes our Facebook page right now for my own company, if you Google carpet cleaning Pensacola, our Facebook page, actually last time I checked yesterday, I don't think I checked it today, actually ranks in the top 10 of Google, our Facebook page. And we're going to be talking about how you can do that in your own company. And briefly, we're not going to get into doing that exactly as much, but just to let you guys know, I mean, the main way is, one, you do need to get some people liking your Facebook page. Okay, you need to either run Facebook ads or ask friends to like your Facebook page. Whatever you need to do, except for buying Facebook, there might be a time where you might buy Facebook likes on very small accounts, but that's not at all going to be my first recommendation. It's going to be something I'm going to strongly caution you against doing, except for maybe on very, very minimum amounts. But short of that, do anything you can do to legitimately get people liking your Facebook page. So that's part of it. The other part of it is that we've done is doing good press releases and actually putting links to the Facebook page on the press release. That's another part of it. The other thing I think that's helped are the contests that we've done. And that's just sort of helped get the buzz out there and get your Facebook page recognized and had other people talking about your Facebook page. So, and getting other people to check in to your location on Facebook, which is especially if you have a rug cleaning shop or a physical location. But even if you don't, even if you operate out of your home, you can still do that. When friends come over, when you're there, when your wife's there, whatever, whoever's got a Facebook account, when your employees are there, check in. That's another thing that's helped a lot. But doing some of those, and again, we're going to be talking about that in detail. But just because I know somebody even asked me about that during the week. But that's kind of a crash course on how to do that. But you want to be able to do that. Your Tumblr, we've had Tumblr pages for some of our clients rank in the top 10 of Google. YouTube videos rank in the top 10 of Google. Pinterest profiles rank in the top 10 of Google. All these other types of Facebook social media profiles besides Facebook, you can get to rank in the top 10 of Google. Because again, like I've talked about, Facebook isn't the end all. Facebook is the biggest social media, but it's not the end all. It's not the only thing that you need to be concentrating on. And in fact, in some cases, Facebook, definitely do a Facebook page and account, but in some cases, Facebook can just be pretty difficult because there's so much competition there. So don't only stick to Facebook. Have Facebook only a small part of which your social media time is associated with, on the internet. So the other thing too is think about the referral aspect of all of this. If you're actually online and you're presenting yourself well and presenting yourself as a social company, you're going to be able to get referrals. People will talk about you. You're going to be able to get referrals on the internet from Facebook. So those 6 reasons alone, guys. If besides the fact that your website can rank well, these 6 reasons alone right here should be good enough reason for you guys to spend either yourself or somebody in your office be spending time every week, even if it's just an hour, on Facebook. Besides the fact that, again, the other byproduct is the fact that you can actually, rank your website better if your website's connected to Facebook and Google Plus. By the way, Google Plus is, in my opinion, and one of the things I'm about to talk about is Google Plus is, in my opinion, for your website ranking, more important than Facebook.